Hello, hello, hello. Hello. Let's see. Hello, hello, hello. Let's talk about Ernie's red rocket in his pocket. Bump, 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 bump. No, let's see. Who want to come on? I only got a little bit of time. Let's see, you got 2 requests? Liam. Liam. Is it going to work? Maybe, maybe not. Let's talk about.
Holy shit, Martin. I didn't think you'd accept. How's it going, man?
How you doing, sir?
I'm good. How are you?
Pretty good.
I'm a huge fan of your work. I like your videos a lot.
Yeah.
Man, that's good stuff.
What do you think about Ernie's red rocket video?
The what?
Ernie's red rocket video.
I haven't tuned in yet. I just got on Instagram.
Oh, I just made a video with Ernie about his red rocket in his pocket.
Oh, I'll definitely give it a like and check it out.
Yeah, if he leaves it alone, he'll have low testosterone. But if he plays with that bone, he'll raise his testosterone. So at the base of your skull and in your testes are glands that make your testosterone.
Right.
Right? And a gland is a muscle.
Oh, okay.
So when you hit puberty, what did your body naturally try to do to exercise those muscles? You had a wet dream.
A bunch of testosterone. And, yeah, wet dreams, too.
Well, so you think about it. So people will tell you today, you know, there's this whole debate, no flap or flap semen retention. Mm-hmm. But we know in order for you to have testosterone in the first place, your body had to start dumping things out of your system.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So people, I think common sense isn't so common. You know what I mean? How ignorant some grown men are. They're like, oh, no. That doesn't seem right. Just leave it alone, and you'll raise your testosterone. Well, how? Those muscles suffer atrophy. What happens to a muscle when you don't use it?
Your body.
Yeah, use it or lose it. That's where that phrase comes in, right? That muscle, if you don't use it, you lose it, and then you have to get those roll-on testosterone things and things. You want to do some push-ups?
Yeah, let's do some push-ups. Hold up, I gotta set my phone up. I was doing push-ups earlier in class, actually.
Nice. How many you want to do?
Ready? We'll do like 10.
10,000? All right.
I can't do 10,000.
Me neither.
I lost count.
I think we're at 2.
Yeah, you outdid me.
Yeah.
Good stuff, Martin. Thanks for letting me on your live.
Thanks for coming on. You have a great day, sir.
Of course, you too.
Let's see. Hey, you guys need to do some videos and telling everybody to check out my Cameo, and so I can make funny videos.
I love you, Martin.
Please push it.
I'm gonna try to
I only got like 15 minutes. Me and my wife are leaving. Ready? Go.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Lock it out. Hey, no way.
I love you, Martin.
Thank you.
Our entire class loves you, Martin. Can I get a screenshot?
I suppose.
Thank you.
You guys have a great day.
You too. Thank you.
Is it going to work? Infidels.
Push-ups.
Oh yeah.
How's it going, Martin? Everyone get hey. Oh, we're getting a group real quick. We're live with Martin Cabello. We're doing push-ups.
I got you.
Push-ups with Martin Cabello. Oh my God, you take up so much space. Hey, Martin.
One. How you doing?
You give me some space.
I got it. Give me a
Martin, how many are we doing?
How many are we doing? Oh my God, you keep going.
I don't know. You tell me.
Let's do 20. I'm sure you passed that already, though. How's it going?
Pretty good.
Oh.
Pretty good.
You have a question?
Oh my God, you guys are so.
We have a question. Martin, what's your opinion on high school since we're here?
Yeah.
It's a good box. It's a bunch of information that exists inside of a box to find the few boys and girls that can think outside of it.
Yeah. Are you opposed to online school compared to like traditional?
Oh.
I can't hear you. You're cut out.
Why? Are you opposed to online school compared to like traditional?
Oh no, not at all. Online schools are great. More
Martin
up-to-date
Cabello.
curriculum.
know who this is? Are you crazy?
Yeah. You guys want to come say hi to Martin?
You're cutting out. I'm gonna bring someone else on. I'm gonna run out of time for push-ups. They froze. Son of a gun.
Hey,
This hurt. Telling you.
Martin. It's Martin. You know how cool it is? That's so dope.
All right, bye.
Yeah, this is my second time on your live stream. I love it.
All right, I gotta go. Bye.
Bye, Martin.
Who's next? Push-ups. One. Down.
Yo, man.
How you doing, sir? We doing push-ups?
Yeah, sure.
How many are we doing?
I got short legs, so let's do 10.
All right, I got short legs.
Whew.
There we go.
Damn, you doing triple.
Yeah, I do a few. You have a question?
What are your thoughts on aliens?
Well, we have no physical evidence of aliens. If you think about science, if you combine your fascination of aliens with actually scientific information, we have this stuff called quantum entanglement. And any alien race that wants to traverse the galaxy would not have a spaceship. Right? They use telepathy, quantum entanglement, teleportation. We don't have any man-made devices to actually contain a civilization with that kind of technology. And that's why every government in the world and military independently is having this massive race or push towards the quantum realm, quantum mechanics, because of the telepathy, the teleportation, and things like that. It's just fascinating. But you think some of the things that we tell you today are proof of alien existence and things like that is just a bunch of lies, if that makes sense.
Yeah, fair enough.
All right. I'm going to let you go.
I'll get a
Get one.
screenshot.
Yeah, I'll bring one more person on, and then I got to go. You have a great day, sir.
You too.
What's it doing? Heck yeah, they was chilling down.
Hey,
How's it going, ma'am?
want to do 10?
Absolutely. Absolutely. You have any questions?
Yeah. What is your opinion on, like, I know you have, like, encouraged reading other religions' texts.
Yeah.
Like, how far would you go with, like, when you say read, do you mean, like, believe everything in the other religions if you're not a part of it, or?
Well, here's the thing. I'm glad you brought that up. How can you believe in your own religion that says something when it's also said in somebody else's religion if you don't believe in their religion? Which is a fascinating thing about reality today. Most adults don't have the education to study all religions. So I talk about this thing, omnism, right? Studying and believing in all religions. There's a small sliver of truth in every religion. And, because of your own ego, if you put it aside, no religion can be 100% right. So if they can't all be 100% right, and they all can't be 100% wrong, there has to be small slivers of truth that connect them all that will allow you to have a larger picture. So I talk about,
does that mean, like, one of them is superior?
No, none of them are superior. It just depends on the information, because languages, words in different languages don't necessarily carry the same meaning, or we understand them the same as that culture. So I'll give you an idea. In Buddhism, you've heard of Buddhism?
Mm-hmm.
In Buddhism, they have this 7-colored rainbow body. In the 7 seals of a bow and a cloud, the 7 seals of Revelation, right? And when you after the ultimate test in Buddhism is truism. They tell you this body of light has always existed. It's been there since the beginning of time. Now you can tell all of your followers you've gathered for 60 years following your spiritual journey, and tell them when you die, you're going to become it. And maybe somebody will see it and go, yes, he did this. Or you can tell the truth and say every Buddhist before me that has said to become this rainbow body was a pathological liar. It already exists. We didn't die and become it. It already existed. And heal that lie and take that lie away from the Buddhist religion. Heal us of these pathological lies. No person in Buddhism has ever chosen to tell the truth. They just want the fame and glory of becoming something that everybody else before them said they became, when they're not even here. I mean, you die, you don't get the fame and glory, you're dead. But they want that infamy, that that fame, that temptation of greed, even after you die is enough to hook most men. So you think of that 7-colored rainbow body. In Judaism, we have the 7-colored, or the 7-candled menorah, right? And Yahweh in the bow of a cloud. Christianity has Jesus in the bow of a cloud. If you pay attention to where they originally saw Jesus, it's in the bow of a cloud. You can read your Bible today. It'll tell you the clouds parted and Jesus came down and calmed the storm, right? They talk about all kinds of stuff like that, but people don't have the education to understand what it is they're reading, and they associate other things. Islam, that messenger from Islam, the same bow of a cloud. The Greek gods, the Viking gods, Incan, Sumerian, Babylonian, their son of God, their God or messenger of God is all the same one. The only difference is what their followers truly understand what is being said. So in Judaism, the Son of God in the sky sacrifices itself on a crossover from energy into matter that is our daily bread and our Last Supper. It creates all of the ATP for every baby in every manger. It's literally what it says. The Son of God sacrifices itself on a cross to give us our daily bread and our Last Supper so we can have our babies in mangers, all babies. If you don't understand that, though, if you don't understand, does the sun really turn one seed into 100 bushels? Does it really give you your daily bread?
Yeah, I see what you mean, yeah.
But does it? Does it really do that? Right? You are more educated than your parents and your grandparents and them before them. So you understand that. But there's a lot of people over 40 years old go, the sun doesn't turn one seed into 100 bushels. Does that make sense? The sun, you think of it, the sun really does sacrifice itself on a crossover, because it's just energy, a crossover of energy into matter. Now, there is a body of light with a halo upon its head, fiery pillars for legs, lightning for hair, right? It does look like a human body. Now we tell you, in the image of the Creator. Well, what Creator? What sacrifices itself for you to be here today? Light. Without light, you would have no food, right? right? There'd be no water turned into wine. Without light, no human would exist on the planet. And that light has a body that looks like a human.
So yeah, I see what you mean. Like there's no proof of who's really God because you can't see.
Well, we can't. Now we're going to get somewhere. We can show you this body of light that exists, but Buddhism wants to be right. Christianity wants to be right. Judaism wants to be right. Islam wants to be right. The Incans want to be right. The Sumerians want to be right. Everybody wants to be right. Instead of just saying, hey, look, right, light does, the Son of God in the sky does sacrifice itself to give us to make our ATP. If it didn't do that, we couldn't have our daily bread or our last supper, water into wine, right? We wouldn't have one seed into 100 bushels, none of that stuff. And without that sacrifice of the Son of God crossing over from energy into matter, nobody on the planet would exist. But so many men don't want people to know the truth because it makes them a lot of money. You know how many people go, I'm going to go to this particular synagogue, this mosque, or this church for 60 years. I'm going to give them money every Sunday, and hopefully, eventually, I'll understand what they mean in the image of the Creator. If we don't tell you and you die, then your children give me money, and then they die and they give me money. It's a cycle. You know what I mean? I'm just making money off of generation after generation. But I mean, think about that. What are you created out of today? Light. Right? We know that in science. We've proven your light slowed down. And what does religion state? You came from God, which they tell you is light, and you'll return to the light. But you know, there's a lot of people who don't want people to understand the truth because it makes them a lot of money. But I mean, you think about it, just ponder that. There's a small sliver of truth in every religion. And if you gather up all those slivers that they all share, you go, well, why is every religion telling me the Son of God turns one seed into 100 bushels? Why is the Incans and the Mayans telling me the Son of God gives me my daily bread and my last supper? Why are the Egyptians telling me the Son of God turns water into wine? Why are the Vikings telling me the Son of God gives me my daily supper, my last bread, all that stuff? You know what I mean? They're all saying the same thing, but they don't tell you how. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Right, and my whole thing is we have children on the planet now that are smart enough to know how.
Like you.
Well, I got you guys. Right? Does the Son of God in the sky today turn one seed into 100 bushels? Does it do it? Does it do all those miracles? Right? Because if you don't understand science and human biology, it's a miracle. Right? If you don't understand it. Now, I'm not saying that it's still not a miracle that it does it, but we know how it does it. And that's information we can share with the rest of the world, raising everybody's intelligence. I mean, if you're made out of light, and light has to sacrifice itself so that you can eat your food and have things to drink and live, right? You're created out of light, and you're created in does light, the center of the electromagnetic spectrum, that everything you need to survive comes from and returns to, does it have a body? Right? Does that light have a head? Does it have 2 legs? Does it have arms? Are we really created in the image of light? And I just tell people the 7 seals of a rainbow reveals a body of light that is real light. When all 7 seals unite in the covenant that arcs, the Ark of the Covenant. And you think all religions tell you a rainbow's called a covenant, and it arcs the Ark of the Covenant. And a lot of adults don't understand that. They're like, it's got to be a box somewhere. Like when literally they're but I'm gonna let you go. I really appreciate your kindness.
All right. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.